Space eaters like Ndamukong Suh.
I mean,
stop the run.
I was about
eaters.
to make a transition to Ian Rapoport, so I'm going to do it. Okay.
Okay, go on.
I normally don't call my shot like that. I just kind of like slide it in there. Not only can the Giants upset the Cowboys, Ian, one would say, on the football field today, but it would imagine in the Odell Beckham Jr. sweepstakes, if Odell's overriding thought is he wants to go to a team that gives him the best chance to win a Super Bowl this year. Last week's results certainly would have tilted in Dallas's favor. What's the latest on all this?
Well, it is likely, Rich, that Odell Beckham Jr.'s next team is on the field today. And, of course, the top free agent out there, really one of the most high-profile free agents we've seen during the regular season in some time, is expected to visit both of the teams playing today. Both the New York Giants, they have committed to visit from Odell Beckham Jr., and the Dallas Cowboys. And as Jay mentioned, there's been a very open flirtation with the Cowboys, certainly mutual interest there. But do not forget about the Buffalo Bills. Their chief recruiter, Von Miller, who also plays football in his spare time, has been having regular conversations with Odell. The interest there is real from both sides, it seems, certainly from the Bills players and from Odell himself. Would not be surprised if they ended up getting in the mix as well. And the reason I say visit, not just a signing, the physical is important. He's coming off his second torn ACL, believed to be in much better shape knee-wise than he was at this point last year, but teams will want a first-hand look at that, Rich.
All right, and as we all know, Thanksgiving is all about family reunions as well. Here's an interesting one. That's Kevin O'Connell on the left, and that's Bill Belichick right there, who drafted Kevin out of San Diego State in 2008 in the 3rd round. He would only spend 1 season in New England. 4 passes, 6 attempts for KOC, who's now the HC in Minnesota. And now we turn our attention to the night game, and I guess this is a great way to set it up based on the conversation that we just heard. There was a trunk in Minnesota last week, and there was junk that we saw on the field from Minnesota, and the Cowboys took that junk, put it in the trunk, and we saw that's what happened in Minnesota last week. So my question for you is, how do they bounce back from this against a Bill Belichick defense that we all know can create havoc, like, say, with a quarterback in many different ways? We just saw last week with the Jets. What do you got for me, Steve, on that?
I don't know much about trunks and junk and stuff like that, but I do know that the Vikings had a hard time getting the ball to Justin Jefferson, and I think that's kind of the game plan for teams going forward. Try to slow him down a little bit, and they did that. So, with that said, the other weapons on that Vikings offense have to be productive. We've seen Adam Thielen be very productive in the past. They've got to get him very involved in this offense. He's a good route runner. He can catch balls in traffic. He's been terrific. They just traded for T.J. Hawkinson from the Lions. Can't believe the Lions made that trade. But anyway, he's got to be productive. He was a highly drafted guy out of Iowa. Dalvin Cook's a heck of a running back. All of these other guys have got to have great games going forward if people are going to make a concerted effort to stop the great Justin Jefferson.
Right.
Well, for me, I look at their last 2 weeks, Coach, and I look at the game against the Bills where they fell behind in that game, and they could have easily been a drop-back team. But what got them back into that game was a long run by Dalvin Cook. And then I look at their game last week against Dallas, and they fell behind early in that game, and they became a drop-back team. I believe they've got to have balance. They've got to try to run the football, because the one thing that gave them issues was the pass rush, that Kirk Cousins was under duress all day long against the Dallas Cowboys. Well, there's one thing that the Patriots do really, really well, and that's sack the quarterback. Matthew Judon has been unbelievable this year, but they're number 2 in the National Football League at getting after the quarterback. You got to score early, you got to stay up in this game, and you've got to continue to hold balance, because if you just sit back and drop back, great weapons on the back end, but that's when the Patriots can confuse you and get after you.
It has looked like whenever you shut down Justin Jefferson, this whole offense shuts down. Now, the reality is, and we say it a lot of different ways, Adam Thielen, I don't know. I need Adam Thielen to step up and take over some games here. I mean, everything is going towards Justin Jefferson. And oddly, I'm like, where is Adam Thielen? Where's the guy that we used to see when Stephon Diggs was over there? They had a battle. Now it seems like the only people they can throw to, the only person they can throw to is Justin Jefferson. We need more out of him. That's just the bottom line. Not enough people are saying it, but they need more out of him.
Well, now it's time for us guys to pause and say what we're thankful for. I'll get us started. There's two things. One is this remarkable set dressing that I have in front of me right here to remind everyone it's Thanksgiving, from plastic pumpkins to pine cones and things of that nature. And also a montage of some iconic Thanksgiving moments that allow me to reposition myself on the set.
We've got a delicious Thanksgiving Day.
For Clint Longley, they'll always remember the one he threw on Thanksgiving Day.
They win it on the kickoff after overtime.
Intercepted, hot dog.
Leon left, no! Garrett, deep to the middle. There's Irvin, in for the touchdown.
Caught by Sterling for TV.
See you later. His third of the game.
Moore says 3 touchdowns.
Well, if he isn't Rookie of the Year, I don't know who would be.
I'm off. Happy Thanksgiving.
He said heads. It is a tail. He said tail.
Peyton with his second 6-touchdown game of his career.
Romo, 5 touchdown passes today.
Brady has hit now 10 straight throws and another touchdown.
Mike Tomlin was standing on the field. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, Ma.
I want a turkey leg.
Happy Thanksgiving all over the world.
Those were some iconic Thanksgiving moments to show you while I moved from over there to here, which I'm thankful for. And it's now time to check on what everybody else is thankful for here in this remarkable NFL season. Steve Mariucci, start us off, Mooch.
All right, Rich. You know, we all know that football is the ultimate team sport, right? And I've been lucky enough to coach 11 different teams, college and pro. I'm very thankful for that. But for the last 17 years, I've been a part of this NFL Network team, 17 years. And you know what? I love every guy and gal that we have. I've had a blast. This is something that I am so thankful for, to get up every day and knowing I'm a part of this team, and I love it, and I thank you all for it.
Yeah, Coach.
Irv, what are you most thankful for?
Great time. We do have a great time together, Coach, and I am so thankful that God has tied our journeys together as family. As I'm here today with my family, we're all at home. I thank God too, though, that I do not always have to do shows from here, from home, because I don't like the delay. I could get more words in if we didn't have this delay. And of course, I just can't stand sitting by myself. It's just not how my body and brain is built. But guys, I'm so thankful for God giving me this locker room with you guys, man, to walk out my latter years. And I'm thankful for our producers in this great game of football on Thanksgiving Day. We got so much to be thankful for. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
I'm so thankful for all of our team, too. This is my Super Bowl every single time. The NFL Network is absolutely my version of the Super Bowl. But I'm also really grateful that the football is full of so much parity. 62 underdogs have won this season so far, including my Detroit Lions are on a 3-game win streak, which almost never happens in the NFL. So I love our sport, I love our team, and I also love Rachel. Rachel, what are you thankful for?
Oh, I love you too, pal. I am definitely thankful for you. I'm thankful for this team, more specifically, whoever animated a turkey to be able to do the gritty. Take a look at that, okay? That is real skill. But actually, Rich, you know, I'm thankful for second chances, specifically with quarterbacks. Jimmy G, oh my goodness, he is just flying right now. Geno Smith, the second chance. Who else? Baker, okay, no, not that one.
Oh, boy.
Russell, okay, you know, I'm going to keep on thinking on mine. Let's just stick with those two for now. Rich, what do you think?
Oh, thank you so much. I'm going to get a little bit of verklempt right here, because, Booch, you talked about our NFL Network family. We just turned 19 years old the other day. We are now in our 20th season and soon to celebrate 20 years last year. And I am truly thankful for all the fans that are out there, and I feel it in my bones. I really do. I know this sounds like it might be pandering, but it is the truth, because without you at home and your love for this sport, we don't exist. And then we saw it internationally just a couple of Sundays ago. All of you back in America watching what we saw in person in Munich, where they're singing John Denver in Munich with the Tom Brady handing off to Rashad White while they're still singing as he goes over 100 yards, in the Seahawks and the Bucks in Germany for a spectacle. We saw what just happened in Mexico City as well.